Something big is happening in Africa today. Nigeria, once famous for exporting millions of barrels of crude oil every month, is now importing oil from the United States of America. Let us think for a moment. This is Africa's largest oil producer, the central pillar of West Africa's energy economy. Yet, in early 2024, for the very first time, the United States exported more crude oil to Nigeria than it received from the country. At first, it may appear to be a weakness, almost like failure, but in reality, it is a proof that something extraordinary has happened in Nigeria. The shift is not about dependency. It is a clear sign that Nigeria has constructed something enormous, something powerful enough to change the global rules of oil and energy. This is the story of the $20 billion Dangote refinery, Africa's biggest and one of the most daring energy projects in the world. It is the story of how one man's dream is altering history and why Saudi Arabia, the United States and Europe are now watching Nigeria more closely than ever. But let us take a look at what actually shocked the oil industry worldwide. According to the United States Energy Information Administration, in February 2025, the United States exported 111,000 barrels of crude oil per day to Nigeria, and by March, the figure rose sharply to 169,000 barrels per day. In contrast, Nigeria shipped about 54,000 barrels per day to the US in February and 72,000 barrels per day in March. For the first time ever, the United States became a net exporter of crude oil to Nigeria, the biggest oil-producing nation in Africa. On the surface, this looks like a contradiction. How can an oil-rich country like Nigeria import crude? But the context of what happened had changed the story completely. At the time, the United States refinery demand fell because of seasonal maintenance, while Nigeria needed a particular type of light sweet crude, the same type that the United States supplies in abundance. And why did Nigeria suddenly require so much of it? The answer lies in one huge reason: the Dangote refinery. This $20 billion project needed a steady and massive flow of crude oil to begin operations. So while this unusual shift may be short-term, it carries a deeper symbolic meaning. Nigeria is not losing control, it is preparing to take full control, not just of its own energy sector, but of the way oil is traded worldwide. To really understand this shift, we must understand what the Dangote refinery truly is. It is not just another refinery, it is Africa's most daring industrial project, built in the Lekki Free Trade Zone. The refinery covers about 2,635 hectares, an area equal to about 7,000 football fields. This refinery has a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day, making it the largest single-train refinery in the world. This means it processes all sorts of crude oils in one integrated system, cutting costs and boosting efficiency. But the refinery does more than refine petrol. It also produces diesel, jet fuel, liquefied petroleum gas, and polypropylene.